Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another social motion. I'm so sorry. Another college and career pathways where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. we provide you with information on various colleges and universities, um, skilled trade professions, training opportunities, technical schools, skilled trade professions, and all it's all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. I'm Toni Cureton, your host. I'm so losing it. We are with Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. Welcome back, Colleen. We are continuing in our financial literacy series, and um, Colleen is going to talk to you today. And welcome back, Colleen. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This will be our last workshop of this year, of this calendar year. So I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. But before you leave, I got more information for you. Last time we talked about spotting scams, how to identify some specific scams. Today, we're looking at foiling identity theft. So, sounds similar, but what action steps can we take now to prevent scams? So, I have a great video for you. This one's another one of my faves, and I will see you in a minute.
Welcome to NPYIS, Jen.
NP what now?
NPYIS. Not protecting your identity. Super good. You're just in time. This is our crime scene.
No, that's my apartment?
It's a gold mine for identity thieves.
I know I should probably be more concerned about the camera in my apartment right now, but for the sake of learning more about identity theft, what? How?
Look here. Trash can. Enhance. Mail with your full name and address, old bank statements, an expired credit card. These need to be shredded beyond recognition before they get thrown out, or someone could scoop your identity out of a recycling bin.
Oh man, I didn't realize that.
Not many people do. And look here. Wallets. Enhance.
Whoa.
Do you really need to carry all that stuff with you every day?
Well, no, I just kind of keep it there.
Anything needlessly in your wallet can be needlessly stolen. Carry the bare minimum with you and store the rest in a secure place. Smartphone. Enhance. Phones in the wrong hands are a portal to your personal information. Passcode protect them, or use an app that will wipe the phone if it gets lost or stolen. And don't store PIN codes or passwords in to-do list apps.
But they're so handy.
Well, they're handy for identity thieves, too. So are your social media posts. Don't overshare. Don't broadcast when you're going out of town. And don't post photos of latte art.
Latte art? Why?
Because I'm sick of seeing them in my news feed.
Oh.
Sir, coffee shop surveillance just came in.
During transactions, keep your card in sight at all times and use your hand to cover your PIN number. And things like banking and online shopping should never be done from a public Wi-Fi network.
Gotcha.
Let's check out your workstation. Computer. Enhance. It looks like you only shop on trusted sites. That's good. Good job. Web browser. Enhance. 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 That's better. When entering personal information online, look for HTTPS and that padlock symbol. It means it's secure. Email. Enhance. Look out for suspicious-looking emails and links. Thieves will pose as large companies and ask for personal information, hoping you won't notice the difference. Sketchy email addresses and URLs can give them away.
Cool.
Install spam filters and antivirus software to protect yourself from these instances. Emails are not secure, so you should never send personal information by email. And of course, never use the same password for everything.
Sir, results are back from the lab. She uses the same password for everything.
If you can't do it yourself, then you can use a trusted secure password manager app to do it for you.
Well, if I didn't need it before, I definitely need it now.
All right. What's that there? Kitty cat. Enhance.
Hey, my cat is not an identity thief.
I know. I'm just investigating how cute it is. Adorable. Vigilance is also an important part of keeping your identity safe. Familiarize yourself with your billing cycles so that you can tell if a statement doesn't show up or your mail gets tampered with.
Sir, this just came in. Identity theft reported. Phone scam, fake contest for a cruise.
I'm on it.
Computer, enhance. Ah, so cool. Enhance.
This is my cat Smokey, and this over here is Mittens. This is my cat Bella. She's allergic to pineapple.
All right. Oh, adorable. Come on. You can't get it to go without playing again. Okay, can we see the presentation there, Miss Toni?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, then we can get going. Now, like I said, we're talking about identity theft today, and identity theft is one of the fastest growing crimes. It comes at you, as we'll see, from all sides. Your email, your phone calls, texts, in person, by snail mail. So you need to be aware. I also want to say, when some people think of identity theft, they think of it only in the terms of, well, someone tried to steal my identity, or someone was pretending to be me stealing my identity. That's true, but identity theft can be pretending to be you just to open a credit card or just to apply for a loan. It doesn't have to be taking on your life. So really stealing any personal information and using it for their own benefit is identity theft. So learn to safeguard your information before it happens, or I should say, to prevent it from happening. I give an extremely similar workshop to adults called Steps to Prevent Fraud. So it's relevant information. We're going to look at 5 identity theft jackpots. So 5, you can remember 5. We're going to do 5 things today. Your trash can. It mentions a trash can. Again, what information are you just tossing in there? Now, you may not have a lot of junk mail yet, but certainly once you turn 18, you're definitely going to start getting credit card ads, credit card offers for different, retail companies. You might have a credit card with different stores, retail stores, your phone bill, maybe your light bill, any of that information with your, total information on there, your account number, your name, address, can be used against you. Maybe they call and they pretend to be them and say, we're DTE calling and we haven't gotten a payment. And they give you all the same information you have. You're like, all right, well, they gave me my account number. It's got to be them. Just shred it. Now, I say shred because shred is best, but if you're like, I don't have a shredder, I'm not going out and buying a shredder, I'm not going to have a shredder in my college dorm, destroy it, rip it up. Don't just rip it in half, but, rip it up into pieces or destroy it, not just crumple it, but any of that. Let's see, it's a long list that I wanted to make sure to add to. We have envelopes with your name and address, bank statements, expired credit cards, cell phone bills, ATM receipts, any paycheck stubs. They can call saying about your paycheck, any pre-approved credit card offers, utility bills, even your school schedules, old report cards, anything that's really personal. You wouldn't think, well, that's not financial. My old transcript isn't financial. No, but how can that information be used, against you or to gain your trust, right? So if you put everything into a trash compactor before you throw it out, but make sure you really think twice about destroying information about yourself before just leaving it in the trash. Your phone. We all have a phone. You're gonna have a phone. You're gonna have your phone on you all the time for the most part. So what can we do? How can we help with a phone? Password protected lock on your screen. My phone has a 6-digit password, the iPhone, but have maybe a completely different number than you're used to, or actually, I think it gets into that. Turn off location. There's apps like Waze where you're like, yeah, I want it to use my location while I'm using it, but there's that button, track location always, or keep always be, tracking. There's no reason really any of your apps, unless personal preference, need to really know where I am exactly, unless I'm asking them a question. So make sure you have go into notifications and turn that location stuff off. Using public Wi-Fi networks. There's nothing wrong. Not public Wi-Fi networks are great. And public doesn't necessarily mean, the government. Public can be at an airport, at a university, at a library, where it's free Wi-Fi that's unsecured, that almost anybody, but I mean, anyone can kind of log on to themselves. Feel free to log on, play your games, look up research, watch a movie, but don't do your banking. Don't go shopping and, type in that 16-digit code. Don't do any of that stuff on the public Wi-Fi, right? And it's something you may not think about. You're just excited you got free Wi-Fi. If you have your own hotspot, use that. Maybe you can connect to one of your friends' phone's hotspots, but just, again, give a second thought. Oh, is this something I want to be doing? Is this the type of transaction research? Is this a site I want to be going to on an unsecured network? Don't store sensitive information on your phone. And this one's hard because it's easy to do so, but if you think you're smarter than the thief, they probably thought of what you've thought of. You're going to do the same thing. They're going to look right in the same place where you think is convenient. So putting things in the notepad, even in code, really is just not a great place to store that information. The pin pad. So this is when you're making purchases. And again, don't think of it specifically as the pin pad that looks like this, but really any time you're making a purchase and it has the, the number screen in front of you and you swipe your card. If you're using your debit card or if you're using your credit card, either one, you want to keep it in sight at all times, right? You want to hold it. Let's see, I got mine. Get my MSGC one. You want to hold it with your hands, your thumb covering the numbers. You want to hold it close. You don't want to just leave it sitting on the counter, which should be fine, but let's go ahead and hold it up. Use your hands when you're blocking to put your pin in. We learned in back when I talked about checking accounts, if you're in a situation where you feel uncomfortable putting your pin in, there's someone too close to you, run it as credit. Say, can I run as credit? Or I'll run it as credit. Then you just sign your name or put your zip code in and you won't have to put your PIN number in. Choosing a good PIN. Now that PIN, that 4-digit PIN that's you put in at the register is your ATM PIN, right? It's the same as your ATM PIN. First of all, your ATM PIN and your phone PIN should not be the same thing. Sounds simple, but again, it's something convenient. Well, they're the same number. It's easy for me to remember. I know that's where they're going to go first. They're going to try those 4 numbers everywhere they can. Different numbers. Don't make them the same number. And again, avoid easy to guess 0, 0, 0, 0. If something is really convenient for you, that's something they're going to try right away. different pins for each card. Again, if you have maybe 2 different checking accounts or, a pin number with your credit card, don't use that same 4-digit pin at each one. Make it a little different, some way you remember, or again, get one of those apps, which I think we might be getting to, that stores your passwords on your phone in a password protected app. Your mailbox. Now, I learned a lot about this recently, how much how much fraud and scam is attempted to take place through just the regular mail, because you don't think about it anymore. Memorize your billing cycles. Something I never really thought of is someone changing your address. They don't necessarily need, I don't know how much they need, but I don't think they need much information to go to the post office and say, hi, I'm Colleen Godfrey. I'm moving. I'd like you to forward this is my current address. I'd like you to start forwarding my mail here. And they're like, okay, sure, no problem. And it gets forwarded there. Now, by the time I'm like, wow, where is this so strange, I haven't gotten mail. By the time I figure it out, I've gotten probably bills, offers, medical information, who knows, and who knows how and when I'll be able to get that information back. So look for mail, keep an eye out. You may not be getting tons of mail every day, but if it suddenly stops showing up, definitely keep that in mind, that maybe someone has forwarded your address. Use a mailbox to lock it up. I looked into this and what's allowed here, and I'm just going to say, when you're looking for an apartment, look for a protected mailbox where it's not just yours. It's shared with other people, where only the postman can get it. Maybe where it's inside the building, as opposed to, I had an apartment where my mailbox was protected and only the mailman could get in, but it was outside. So when you're deciding where to live amongst all of the other things you weigh, think of, how safe is my mail? How safe are my packages? What if a package gets left out? Do I share the same doorstop with someone else, or do I really have my own little doorstop? Just keeping these things in mind. Your computer. Again, this is a whole gold mine if someone knows what they're doing to find information about you. So you're keeping things up to date. Same with your phone. Anytime your phone says, do you want to update? Don't hit remind me later. It might not be a great time to do it at that moment, but you want to do it right away, because you're going to forget, and you're not going to go back in. You're not going to think about it, and you're not going to consider it an urgent task. Do it. Just always do it. Always update. Each new update for your computer, for your laptop, for your iPad, your phone, has new patches of information, new fixes, antivirus. It has new filters, ways to look out for crime. Looking out for sketchy emails. It showed some examples in there. That's exactly what I think of, is emails from Netflix. Oh, your subscription is about to run out, or Amazon, your package wasn't delivered, or your card didn't go through. There's a lot of, big business, companies that are trying to contact you for an issue with payment. And I'm like, well, the Netflix isn't under my name. The Hulu's under my name. The Netflix isn't under my name. So this is definitely fake. I didn't buy anything on Amazon. Just delete. You can create a spam folder, try and kind of direct those right into there. You can create an email just for spam, so to speak. You have, let's just say, Colleen@gmail.com is my personal email, where I give to the people who I want to email. But I say Colleen100 is the email I give stores, or putting in a raffle, or really any company, or my something that a contest, is going to be ads. They're going to sell me ads now. So I am extremely cutting down. I can't completely delete, but I'm really reducing the amount of spam emails I'm getting on the email that I care about, that I use. And every once in a great while, I can check, well, maybe I'll get a Kohl's coupon when I need it, or I'll go and see if there's a good Joann's, but I don't need Joann's emailing me 3 times a day and in my personal email. I'll go look for it if I need it. So think of setting up maybe an additional email. Don't overshare. Oh, I can't stress this enough. and beyond Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of those things. Be careful when you're sharing real-time information. Oh, here I am right now on the beach in the Bahamas. Here I am in Florida, having a great time, while someone's like, oh, so they're not in their house right now. Is the apartment empty right now? Oh, they're not home right now. Oh, the whole family's gone. Oh, and they're gone till Saturday. You don't know who's seeing that. You don't know who's telling who. Again, you hate to be untrustworthy, but when you come back from that trip, you put up all those pictures and say, oh, I can't wait to tell you about the trip we just took. Here's pictures of us on the beach in the Bahamas. Here's pictures of us in Florida. But it was last week. We're home now. You're not giving away that you're going to be out of the house. And again, even as getting into college, your college roommate knows upcoming you're going to be out of the house, or maybe a neighbor has their eye on something waiting for you to be out of the house. Just trying to think of ideas to cut it down, right? Think before you post. Think how can it be said another way, right? Can you maybe share the same information without a time frame, or being a little bit more vague with can't wait to tell you about something that's happening soon, something like that. Oh, and I guess that is what all they have here. So let's review our 5 jackpots. If we're going back to the top, we want to protect our trash can, shred our information, our phone. We need keep a safe PIN number, keep the updates going. Be careful putting our PIN in at the oh, I forgot to mention something about this. At the PIN pad, you'll see different cards have these kind of, well, if you can see the lines, the tap to pay, where it's like little lines in a row. Tap to pay, and you just kind of tap your card as opposed to sliding it. The tap to pay technology is more secure. And this is how it's more secure, in the sense that when you provide your card information, it provides a token, it provides pieces of your information as opposed to the entire thing. When you swipe your card or put your card in the machine, the thing that's scanning it receives all of the information, which, that's fine. But hey, if you only need pieces of it, that's great. So I recommend, if you have a card with tap to pay on it, and if you're in a place that, offers it, just do the tap to pay. It's comes right out of the checking account, same thing. Mobile wallet, paying with your phone, using your phone. If you leave your purse at home, leave your wallet at home, you can still pull up a card on your phone, be able to buy something. You don't have your card lying around if you're using, your phone. So think of ways you can not have things sitting out. And it may be you're used to doing things virtually, just trading money back and forth through Venmo and transferring. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying to get you to take a second look. We got your trash, we got your phone, we got the PIN pad, we got your mailbox, and your computer. So you're going to stop and take a beat at each one of those things and see if am I keeping it the safest. All right. I guess a shorter one today, Miss Toni. Do you have anything to add or ask?
The tap to pay, that's good information to know, because I know a lot of my cards have that ability, but I never looked into it. I just like, oh, okay, and kept it moving. But that's very good to know because, again, um, you want to eliminate putting as much information out there or exposing as much information as possible. And if tap to pay only takes a certain portion of the information in your cards, that's excellent, as opposed to swiping, all of them. Also, I thought about this too, especially when purchasing gasoline and things where the card reader is outside, because I understand that thieves can attach a card reader to those gasoline pumps and pull your information out that that way as well. And so having that ability to do the tap to pay is a good safety mechanism out there. Do you guys have any questions for Colleen before we go? All righty then. We will bring this session to a close. Thank you so much, Colleen. Excellent presentation as always. And, we can never speak enough about ways to protect yourself against identity theft, because as technology evolves, they are coming up with new ways of figuring out how to scam. So you just have to stay vigilant in every area. I know I personally was resistant to that change the password because I'm like, I can't remember all these passwords, but a recent event took place that required me to address that issue. And so now it's like, all right, I just have to have a secure place to write these passcodes down. You just safety, the importance of it, and the preventive ways that you can implement to help guard your identity. Because once they steal your identity, it is so challenging to get things back in order and back in line, because again, they can sell your information on the dark web, and people can be opening lines of credit, purchasing homes. They can steal your healthcare information and open up healthcare accounts in your name. And there have been some really scary stories regarding, people using your healthcare information. So again, be vigilant. Take a few minutes. It doesn't cost you anything. And in the long run, it will save you so much headache and heartache. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we will see you all next time on College and Career Pathways. Everyone have a safe and happy holiday and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Have a great holiday.
Bye, you guys.